This is a bumper show. I absolutely think it's gone mad. The prices, everything in this show is for planting right now. Everything from this show is hardy, and we have so many new things. And without P&P, I'm going to go, yeehaw! Mine went further than yours.
You need to work on the yeehaw there.
Okay, but I was more focused on getting my hat further than yours. What a crazy
If I'd known
show.
it was a competition, I would have focused.
I'm always competitive. But this is just, I don't know what to recommend for you at home other than sit tight, because there's so many
Here's a
crazy
recommendation for you. Here's a recommendation for you. If you're thinking, I want to get a lot, and you want to rack it up to 100, 200 pounds, consider getting something on FlexiPay so you can spread the cost. If you go to the website, we will not get to everything. There is too much on this show. But if you go to the website, and that's www.idealworld.tv. You can look through everything. You can get ahead of us. I'm being told people are getting ahead of us already. The X-Hose is on there. If you want that 90-footer, it's on 2 flexi payments. And that will get there it is. We've got it down. You can get the one with everything. There's one without everything, which is just £45. And it's on 2 flexi payments. £45 for a 90-foot X-Hose, and it's on 2 flexi payments. And then you can pay for everything over two
Happy
two
days.
payments. So
I mean, it just... you're going to whiz through first.
Let's start with autumn.
Yeah.
Let's be as quick.
Well,
We'll try and get ahead of everyone.
Everything now you can plant right now. The first collection is bedding collection, but look at the quantity you're going to get here. It's absolutely amazing. You've got 72 plants to plant right now to have colour through the autumn, through the winter and into spring. So what do we expect to see at this time of year? Well, we want primroses, we want primulas. There's bellis in there, there is pansies, there's forget-me-nots, there's dianthus, there's a complete mix to create colour and warmth and vibrance and welcoming into your spring garden. So in my opinion,
what is that one?
That's a bellis. I love bellis. They produce these almost like exploded flowers. That's actually a dianthus, and that's a really unusual variety. But we've got a complete mix of plants that are going to look good in your spring garden. You've got pansies in there that have got the familiar pansy face that we expect, and colourful primroses. 72 plants. Did we say it again? 72 plants.
You are
no post and packing.
saving more than you are spending. That's what a brilliant deal this is. 57% saving on this. £28.99 is what you're going to spend. Write down the item number, whether you're going to call or go to the website, because it just takes you straight through to that deal. 353085. Don't forget, no P&P. P&P free. Because another £5.99 on top of £28 is a lot of money.
This is the time to get buying, because just think about this. If this plant is put into a 9-centimetre pot, you can pay anything up to £1 per plant. I mean, seriously. So the value here, you're getting nursery plants delivered straight from the nursery to your door, ready to plant. We know these grow beautifully in our gardens in the spring and in the winter. So get planting now. Remember, the ground is warm. The conditions are perfect. People complain about the rain. I love it. You know why? The ground is soft enough still to plant in. So this is the time to get hold of deals like this. And while there's no post and packing, I don't ever think we're going to have this deal so good. Shall I quickly just show you some of those pictures again, Paul?
Go ahead.
So look, you've got primroses. Remember, you're getting a mix of all of these plants.
Beautiful.
You've got those lovely bellis, which I love them. They're almost like spiky pom-poms in your garden.
And is that part of the carnation family?
It's no, it's not. It's a different variety, but it is. I can get where you're coming from, but lovely to grow and really fun. We have forget-me-nots. Come on. One of my favourite plants of all time. I've gone goosey as I even said the word. So blue colour to never forget in your garden. Again, polyanthus, slightly bigger than the primroses. They're included in the collection. And no spring winter garden is complete without our friendly faces of the pansies. Get this while you can, because I can't see this coming in this collection
I need to let you know right now, we are already, and I'm not just saying this, we're already a meltdown for this deal. This deal, people are all over the phone, people are all over the website. So let's move on to spring bulbs as well. We'll tell you about the pots a little later, shall we? Because there's a good deal on the pots too.
You'll need the
Throw
pots.
those in your basket,
When you see what they are, whoops. Again, crazy value, Paul. We've got 501 bulbs, and I went bulb shopping over the last couple of days, and I know you're going to see, when you see what's in its collection, you're going to understand value. I'm not going to tell you the quantity of each one because it will take too long, Paul, but we'll go through the varieties.
You've got 500 bulbs, right?
501 bulbs.
Who's counting?
Somebody is.
Come on.
Right, okay, you've got the lovely deep purple hyacinth. Again, fragrant, beautiful, but a really quite an unusual colour and lovely to grow. All spring bulbs, remember? The lovely bi-coloured tulips. This one stands out from the other tulips. Got to have that in your garden, almost like a fireburst.
Yeah.
Then we've got the complete mixture. Anemones, the best spring cut flower, in my opinion. Pretty, sweet, and really easy to grow. Do you know what these are? These are
I've got those in my garden.
Allium drumsticks. I love these. They're really fun, really easy to grow, and they're lovely as dried flowers too. And those come back year after year. Then, of course, you get things like oxalis, which has an interesting leaf, and it is like a lucky clover in your garden. You remember, you're getting a mix of all of these. That's allium molly, a burst of yellow in your garden. Gorgeous. Got to be had for every spring. These are all individual flowering times. Muscari. You ever seen the river of Muscari in Holland? You've got to have them as part of your spring garden. Remember, 501 bulbs, including the Tete-a-Tates. Now, they are so pretty, so easy to grow. And, Paul, I went shopping yesterday, and just to give you a reference to value, I bought 25 of the Narcissi, which is the Tete-a-Tate, which we've just seen there. And there is my receipt.
Hey, let's talk about proof.
I've checked with our producers that I can show you this.
There you go, the first one on the top there.
25 Tete-a-Tate cost me £4.99. It was a value pack. And I know I'm far away from the camera, but that clearly says yesterday I purchased them at £4.99, which in 25, £4.99, 25, £5, 25 into 500. Is that 8? No, it's not.
I don't even try.
But it just shows you it's crazy value. What do you 20? If it was 50, it's 20. 20 times 5. That's 100.
It's crazy.
Hello, shopping time. That is. Is that serious? I hadn't worked that out quite like that. That just gives you an idea, and that was a value pack. I know this is a mainly value. Share it with friends and family, but what are you going to plant them in?
Well, let's mention the pots then, because crazy, crazy low price. We've got 10 litres. Let's just show this to you. There you go. You can see you've got the two options. Look at the price. $4.99. Okay, so they're half price. And don't forget, no P&P. Even if you buy those on their own, no P&P. My guess is at a price like that, they won't be around for long.
The ones that you have in your hand, Paul, they are the 10 litre. So that is the 10 litre size. If you want to compare it to a hand size, that gives you an idea of what the 10 litre size is.
Just because you might be looking at going with that big,
some of those bulbs. But when you get $4.99 and no P&P, I really think, get pots like this when you can. They've got the proper drainage holes, they've got the raised feet so that it will allow proper drainage, so perfect for planting up your bulbs and young plants.
There's a 14 litre too if you'd like to get your hands on that. Let's just show that quickly. £6.99. Take advantage of it. Silly value for money.
Just pop them in, get shopping.
Come on, £6.99, no P&P. Let's keep reminding you that. I know, we're dressed, you might not realise we're dressed as cowboys, but, the whole point is cactus are in the background, bananas are telling you here, free P&P, okay? This is only until tomorrow, it ends tomorrow night.
Cow persons.
Cow people.
Cow persons.
Cow persons.
I love cowboy movies, so I'm very at home here.
Blackcurrant, I'm guessing by looking at the leaves.
Just have a look at this. This isn't one plant. I'm just going to move this out of the way so you can see. But this is...
You get both.
Yes. This is Ben Lomond, which is a renowned blackcurrant for really good fruiting. Now, if you've ever had a blackcurrant drink or eaten blackcurrant pie or blackcurrant jam, you'll know how tasty it is. But it's really good for you and very easy to grow. And it's the perfect time to plant these trees in your garden or these shrubs in your garden now. One of nature's superfruits. And if you grew these in your garden, you'll be picking those lovely blackcurrants, okay, year after year after year. And one of the simplest ways to cook them, just put them with a tiny bit of sugar, a little bit of water, really zap them even in a microwave, and then cool them and put them, or keep them a bit warm and put them over ice cream. Oh my goodness me. They freeze unbelievably. They make unbelievable jams and pies and one of the best fruits for us. $14.99 for one, Paul, is good value. $14.99 for two and no P&P. I almost want to say to you, buy them and resell them. because start a business.
Don't say that.
Well, I'm serious. It is great value.
But it gets the point across, doesn't
it?
That's the value for money you're looking at. $14.99 gets you
huge
both.
value.
So we've taken a £5 off. They're normally only a tenner each anyway, which is a great deal. We've taken another £5 off of that. And of course, there is no P&P. And again, if you were to get those normally, and then you're paying $3.99, $4.99, $5.99 P&P on top, you can argue, well, is it a great deal? There is no P&P. That's why I'm being told we're in meltdown. You took my advice. You're way ahead of us right now. You are buying all the way across the web. If you've got the internet at home, I know not everyone does. If you've got the internet at home, take the opportunity to get ahead, because I'm just being told now that pots have gone ballistic since we mentioned them. I'm being told that if it carries on as busy as it is right now with those pots, there is a chance they will sell out during the show. So let's see. I'll keep you posted. I'll keep up. Now, can we move on to the pansies?
Yeah, okay, sunshine flowers in a pot, definitely. The smiley faces of every garden that you need to have pansies growing in your garden. So this, again, providing you great value, Paul, easy to grow. You can grow these into pots. And again, we've got the right conditions, because don't forget, you've got about 10 weeks of growing season left. 10 weeks for these to get their, unpack their suitcases, get their roots established and get ready to start performing in your garden. So you've got young plants here that are providing you with great value. You're getting plants direct from a nursery, which means you're cutting out the person that's going to be planting these into pots. You're getting phenomenal value. What value have we got here, Paul?
$19.98, so it's £10 saving on there. It's brilliant.
For how many?
Oh, for how many? 80 plugs. If you wonder what a plug is, can we show a plug? So some people might think, what's a plug?
So these are young plants, but what's great about these, as I said to you, because we've
here's one dropped out. Here you go.
Because we've got the growing season already ahead, what you do is you just pop these out, Paul, so you pop them out of their little container here.
Yeah, there you go.
And you have a rooted plant that is ready for you to plant on. Now, you can, in those 10 centimetre pots, plant these straight away, give them some water, but obviously keep them sheltered from severe wet and windy when you just plant them out. But they will establish so quickly in these conditions that the money you're saving is massive.
And if you do need compost, we've got there's treff available on the show as well. We'll get to that a little later.
That is really ideal for planting on young plants. But at this time of year, when you're planning and you're thinking about your spring garden, don't wait until these have been grown on by the growers in 7-9 centimetre pots, and you're going to be paying between 80 pence and £1 per plant. Get now, well, this is just a wonderful way to grow your pansies for spring.
$19.98 in total. Again, lots and lots to show you. So I'm sorry if you feel like we're rushing. There is so much to show you, and not everyone has the internet. So what we'll do is we'll come back and we'll go through some of them in much more detail. So if you say, that's a new plant to me, or this is new to me, I've never heard of that before, we'll get Andrew to share more information. We're just trying to do like a preview at the moment. Lilies, an absolute classic. And these come back year after year after year, don't they?
They do. Now, these are, again, everything that we've shown you is totally hardy, so works in all gardens. But what's great about these, you're going to get 10 lovely lily bulbs that produce the beautiful fragrant lilies you see here. And you've even got Stargazer in here, which is that lovely bicolour one, and really prominent in your garden. Make lovely cut flowers, but what's unique about these, Paul, is the type of bulbs. Now, these are double-nosed lily bulbs. So, in fact, every lily produces two stems.
Ouch.
Now, if you plant these now and they start to show some green, they won't actually flower now. They will flower for next year. But even if they do green now, don't worry about it. Just let them naturally die back down. And what you're doing, you're making an even stronger bulb for next year. So every time a bulb produces green, it just takes in goodness from the outdoors, stores it back into the bulb to reproduce it for during the flowering season.
So when we're saying 20, you're saying actually it'll be 40.
Correct.
Because they're all double. So enjoy it. It's a brilliant, brilliant deal.
Absolutely amazing. Amazing, beautiful, fragrant flowers, and so easy to grow. Probably the easiest of all the plants to grow in terms of bulbs. Really lovely.
Now, again, we're just whizzing through here because we just want to give you an opportunity to see everything that's available. In fact, we still won't get to everything. If you go to the website, there will be even more. I got something like this. God, it's got to be 2 years ago now, and they just come back year after year after. I'm over the moon with them.
Well,
I'm going to make this my fate. I'm going to make this my personal pick.
Well,
okay, that's how much I love them.
And you were talking about them, saying that every single one survives in your garden.
Yeah, they have.
Now, the reason you need these in your garden, these are perennials. They come back year after year, and they produce a cottage garden for you.
Yeah.
All the flowers and colours that you can imagine that invite nature to your garden. Now, again, I'm going to go on my soapbox because the Royal Horticultural Society, in this month's issue of their magazine, have got a 4-page about planting for bugs. And whether it's bees, butterflies, pollinating insects, we've got to start thinking about what we're doing to the environment. And if you are growing fruit and vegetables, you know the value of it already.
Yeah.
So in this collection, you have got 12 centimetre potted plant, 9 centimetre potted plants. But if I just take one out, just have a look at that. This is a real chunky monkey. So it really is massive. You can see it's established. It's going to grow beautifully in your garden and it's perfect time to plant them.
Mine's be 3 times higher than that right now. They're a good 2.5 foot high.
And they all flower pull. They all come back year after year. They're totally hardy, all parts of the UK, and you're going to get a wonderful mix. I mean, we've got heucheras, we've got lupins, we've got verbena. Oh my gosh, the verbena. That dark leaf verbena, again, is being featured. Beautiful mix of plants here. Dianthus, lupins. It doesn't matter where you look. They're all perfectly labelled and they all come to you straight from the nursery, ready to plant now. And in terms of value, you would pay between £3-4 per plant in a garden centre. So again, Paul's maths is better than mine, but I can see a massive saving here.
That is my personal pick for you. I mean, there's some great deals. With 501 bulbs, you've already seen what a great deal that is. Get your hands on this. Now, I did mention there's compost. So don't forget, if you go to the website, look out for the treff on there. There's also Jack's compost, which might be good for other things. Let's keep going through. We've got lots and lots to show you. Right now, there you go. There's Jack's compost. Take the opportunity to get your hands on that. Jack's Magic, we've called that particular one. What would that one be good for? Because there's a couple. If people are looking for
£7.99 delivered to your door.
Yeah, that's right.
I tell you what, think about the season that's coming forward. We're going to be needing to mulch around any tender plants that you've got in your garden. That is perfect for winter mulching. So put layers of it around. If you've got any Mediterranean plants, put layers of that around the top of the plants. Having that delivered to your door for £7.99. No post and packing.
Can we show the treff as well? Because I'm a big, because I bought into it. I got it myself. I'm a big fan now. I love it.
Different compost for different purposes. For all your young plants, for growing on, this for me is the compost of choice. It's used by the professionals. It's used by the growers in Holland. You cannot buy this on the high street. And you at home have voted with your feet on this one. You bring it back all the time. And the reviews are fantastic. So different compost, different reasons, but both delivered to your door. No post and packing. Do your yeehaw.
Yeehaw!
It's crazy.
I'm going to say, if you're buying plants today and you do need compost, that's the one I'm going to recommend to you. £12.99, well worth the money. It's absolutely amazing. Of course, it's delivered for that. Now, another great deal.
Well, I did say that this is my top pick of the day, of the year,
of the year.
Well, £17.99. I'm going to give you one of these beautiful forsythia plants for £17.99. It is established. It's in a 5-litre pot. It is a shrub ready to put into your garden, and in spring, a forsythia produce.
Let's show you what happens.
The burst of yellow that you cannot be without in your garden. It is memorable every year. You remember this growing up in your garden. If you don't have one, it is fabulous. It's sunshine in a pot. But we're not giving you one, we're giving you two.
That's right.
And no post and packing. It is bonkers.
Absurd. It's absurd.
It's ridiculously wonderful.
3, 5.
You know, and again, if you love gardening or you know anybody who does, everybody would be happy to receive this as a gift. Anybody who already has forsythia would be happy to have another one because it's so beautiful.
Great gift idea.
We use it to complement cut flowers in spring, and it evokes happiness in every garden.
Hang on, I'm just going to do a little stock update for you because I know we're only about halfway through everything we want to show you. Let's whiz down to the blackcurrants. 10% of the blackcurrants have already gone. Yeah, we only mentioned it briefly. This is our preview. This is what I was worried about. We've got lots to share, and we love it when Angela comes out with all the information. But we know that you're going to get ahead of us. So those of you that have got the internet are actually taking advantage of that and getting way, way ahead. 352-841 if you're going to call us, 352-841 if you're just going for those on the web, because that'll take you straight through to that particular deal. You'll see all the other plants are available. At $14.99 is tremendous value for money, and you are getting 2, don't forget, and they are in 3-litre pots.
And
so
they're
10% of
already
that.
established, Paul, so all the hard work is done for you. All you need to do is put these in your garden, and from next year onwards, you will be cropping your own really healthy blackcurrants, which is so easy to cook, to make pies, to make jams, and even if you just put a little bit of sugar and some water and pour them over ice cream, it's worth growing in your garden.
For your NutriBullet. Stick them in your NutriBullet.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
in your NutriBullet, it's fantastic. But just look, each one is a shrub on its own. The value is massive.
Don't forget Jack's Magic. I'm being told since we mentioned that, that has gone crazy as well. It is extraordinary value for money. It is a great way to take care of all those plants throughout the winter months. £7.99 delivered to your door. That's 60 litres of it. But we're going to move on to another one, which I think I'm going to go for myself, actually. I think this is a brilliant idea, and it's so easy to plant it. What do we call this? What's the proper name
Well,
of this?
this is a butterfly and bee booster seed mat.
Seed mat.
This is an ingenious way to create a meadow. You can create it in a part of your garden, in a bed or border. You could create it in a raised bed, or even if you have very large pots, you can plant these into there too. But what it is an ingenious idea. This is 2 metres by ½ a metre.
Wow.
Of
So how do we put
ready
that in?
sown seed. Now you can cut this, you can make this, as I said, it was perfect for a raised bed. You can cut this to the shape you need. And if Mr. Camera comes in really, really close, you can see that it's full of seeds.
So it's almost like, I'm not trying to be funny or crude here, like toilet paper with seeds in it.
In terms of how it's good for the environment, Paul, this is biodegradable. So I don't know another way that you can finally get a proper mix of so many different natural varieties of wildflowers to plant in your garden. That is being promoted big time. And we mentioned...
10% of that stock has already gone now. 10% of that stock has already gone. I better get in there quick if I want that then.
Well, there are initiatives around with councils, with schools all over the country to change what we're growing and where we're growing on our roundabouts at the sides of the roads. And this has been really industrial thought of. How can they plant and replant back into nature what we've taken out? So when we were building, we removed all these plants. Now we're learning, oops, we need the bees and butterflies back. So this is an initiative by the Royal Horticultural Society. This is their symbol that says, get buzzing. So we know we're making a difference. We know we're promoting it, but how about having the romance? Do you know, I look at this and I think of Thomas Hardy, and I think of all those romantic films where you see wildflowers growing and you're sitting in a summer garden with your children surrounded by beautiful poppies. It doesn't matter what you're growing in your garden, they're all going to look nice. And if I give you just a mix of what's in there, obviously we've got cornflowers, marigolds, you've got candy tuft, beautiful forget-me-nots. It's just a romantic mix of the pinks, the yellows, the reds, the blues, and you're bringing nature to your garden.
How do you just put soil over the top of it?
You just put it onto the soil, put a little bit of soil on top, water it and keep it watered until it starts germinating. Happy days.
Would it be okay just pour the compost over the top of that?
Yeah, and then what you do is, just put the treff on top and then water it over, leave it, it will start to germinate. Obviously keep watering it during the dry season, but what's great is you really, to maintain it, only just really cut it back around late sort of autumn.
I'm getting some of that after the
or
show.
early spring.
Love it,
That's it. And it would just come back year after year and produce more and more of all the wildflowers that we've forgotten about.
We've taken a £5 off of that down to £9.99 delivered to your door because it's P&P free. 346668 is your item number. I will be getting some of that after the show. Don't forget treff if you want the treff. Let's just remind you of that. It is wonderful. If you've never had it, try it. I personally recommend it now. When I first came to Ideal World, everyone's on about treff. Thought, what's this treff? I've got to try it. I just bought some to try it. It is amazing. It makes such a difference to all of my plants. Great for hanging baskets as well. £12.99 delivered to your door because it's free P&P. I'm going to mention the 10-litre pots as well. They are limited. Oh, I'm being told. They're gone. They're gone. I got some here today. I've been told they're going to go limited. They have sold out. If everyone on the website buys it, if any pop out of baskets or for some reason don't go through, I will let you know. But the 10-litre pots are now technically sold out. That means there's so many people on the web that are actually buying all of those, or they've been on the phone, they've already got their hands on them. That's why I was trying to whiz through all of this, because I know how we thought this might be a feeding frenzy, and it is.
Strawberries.
Classic.
Perfect time to be planting them.
One? Can I eat one?
He's just been, look.
Sometimes they're not real.
This is what happens. And, you know, someone's, lovely Sam, our producer, has just said in my ear, it would be rude not to. Well, it would be rude not to take advantage of amazing deals. And when you're going to get beautiful, tasty, Cambridge favourite strawberries. Now, these are British bred. They're bred to really produce multiple pounds of fruit for years, Paul. You plant these now, these are going to be fruiting for you next year from June onwards, and then for 2, 3, 4 years at least, cropping your own healthy, tasty strawberries. Again, no post and packing. Now, each plant comes to you like you see in my hand, which it looks a little bit strange. If you haven't had runners before, let me just explain what these are. Yeah. These are lifted runners that are really strong. They have a massive root base. Yeah. And all you need to do is, if you're not ready to plant them straight away, just give them a drink of water and then plant them into either pots, hanging baskets. Don't forget you can have them in wall planters. Plant them into the ground. Wherever you plant them again, they're going to unpack their suitcase. They're going to settle into their new home so that then for spring, job done. You're already ahead. So the plants will be stronger, more established. And what does that mean for you? My mouth is watering. More strawberries. Yeah. So a really strong variety, disease resistant, very easy to grow. And this is the grower's choice way of growing plants. So you'll receive growers' plants that are going to produce pounds of strawberries for years. So you get your money back, Paul. When you grow strawberries, you get your money back.
Oh, I'm pinching
and
another
smart
one.
gardeners, if you're planting them
delicious.
in an allotment, you know as well as I do, this is a great time to plant them, get them in, and just invite Paul round to test them for you.
Yeah, if you've got kids or grandkids, they'll all be round. They are absolutely beautiful. So if you'd like to get your hands on those £12.99, 352-842 is your item number. Come on, let's continue our journey to see if we can get through everything.
We've got the climbing collection now. Again, this time when we've got beautiful plants in our gardens, sometimes you need to cover a fence or a wall or a trellis, or get some of the fragrance and colour moving upwards. This is the collection to get. And we've got a wonderful collection of honeysuckles, jasmine, passion flower, just ready to plant into your garden. Value is huge. 6 of these beautiful varieties. So each of the plants comes clearly labelled, so you can see exactly what plant they are and decide where to plant them. When you see the different flowers, you can really understand the impact that you're going to get in your garden. So you've got the lovely mix of colours for a start. Yeah. And you've got honeysuckles, clematis, jasmine, 2 jasmines actually, honeysuckle, that actually is lavender. Not sure how that snuck in, but...
that's not on it. That's next, isn't it? We're going to go to that next one. We'll
not sure where that popped in from, but you've got passion flower in there, which if you look at that one on your left at home, you see the beautiful, stunning markings of passion flower, which is really, really lovely. So that's that one there, Paul, where we are in the studio.
You mean top right, all the way top right?
Yes, top right. Yeah. So absolutely stunning passion flower. I know we can't get really close in these, but if you know the varieties, you'll know what I'm saying. That's the one I'm talking about. Absolutely stunning. I'd be happy to have that for $14.99. Then we go next to it and we're going to see some beautiful jasmine. Can you get that summer fragrance coming to your nose? Honeysuckle next. Look at this. Now, again, we've got evergreen.
I've got that growing all over my shed.
Now, this is an evergreen variety. Yeah. All of them totally hardy. All of them, don't forget, you've got 10 weeks growing time to get established into your garden. So 6 wonderful climbers. No P&P.
$14.99, £8 saving there, and again delivered to your door for that price. Let's move on to the last one that we can get squeezed in the show. There is even more on the website. If you go to the website, can we do the seeds though? We've got seeds. We'll squeeze the seeds in as well. Come on, let's squeeze the seeds in. We're going to squeeze them in as well. Come on, I'm trying to get everything in for you, but there's just too much on the website. So let's do the lavender first.
Yeah, well now, again, staying on my absolute soapbox about bees and butterflies, there is no better plant.
I've got a giant one of these in my front.
Just keeps on giving. Now, quite often it's nice to have a winter basket in your garden or a winter flowering area in your garden. You've got here lavender plants that are going to give you fragrance, they're going to give you all-round colour, but more importantly, yes, they bring the bees and butterflies to your garden to help keeping our ecosystem working, to keep pollinating all your lovely fruit trees in your garden. And of course, one of the best posies to have in your house is lavender, because it keeps you calm. It takes a lot to keep me calm when I see all these beautiful pictures and look at that.
I've noticed. 10 jumbo plug
so
plants.
Much to get excited about in nature, Paul.
£14.99. Come on, we have to keep moving because otherwise we won't squeeze everything in. 352845 is your item number. Now let's also show you those seeds then, just so you've got an opportunity to get your hands on these. These are for veg. You know, we don't want to miss anyone out. Grow your own. It's all about the good life here at Ideal World. Take the opportunity to get some of these.
Well, again, perfect time for planting seeds. And anybody you know who has an allotment or a greenhouse, you'll understand value when you see these are from King's, one of the most established seed manufacturers in the UK. And I really do think they have a great history. That the quality of those seeds is super. It's a lovely mix of vegetables for you to grow. I'd be getting these also for gifts for people because there's no P&P. Fantastic value.
Yeah, come on,
fantastic.
You're saving
and
way
nothing
more,
healthier.
Saving way more than you are spending. Take advantage of it. £20 savings. So that's what 60% off. Another 60% saving there. 352839 is your item number. Let's just remind you quickly about Jack's Magic. This is all part of the Westland Group, so we are talking a big brand there. I'm sure you're going to recognise Westland if you go to garden centres or the DIY stores that do flowers.
It is, and it's a natural compost that's really good when you are planting up new plants, like you're doing your Ben Lomond. You want something to add extra goodness to the soil. If you are doing mulching around your garden in winter, if you've got plants that need an extra protection to give keep some of that warmth in the soil, get this delivered to your door and you've got that compost there ready. $7.99 and no delivery. That is a large bag, Paul.
And don't forget, not only are we not asking for delivery, no P&P, free P&P we're calling it on our Bonanza weekend, but also every time you buy, okay, get your hands on at least one product over this weekend because we'll put you into our free prize draw and you could be going to Las Vegas.
Can you buy more of those?
How would you like to win a holiday of a lifetime in Las Vegas, courtesy of icelolly.com, one of UK's most popular holiday prize comparison websites? One lucky winner will get 5 fabulous nights in Las Vegas for 2 adults staying in a luxury 5-star hotel, plus 2 amazing excursions, horseback riding in the Valley of Fire and a jeep tour of Red Rock Canyon. For your chance to win, simply log on to idealworld.tv/Vegas to enter this amazing prize draw. Good luck.
Let me share an email with you. It's just come in. This is from Chris, who's in North Yorkshire.
Hi, Chris.
Just wanted to share with you how well your Easy Fill planters look this year. They are the best wall, basket and pot planters you can buy. We always get comments from passers-by asking how I get them looking so good. Thank you, Ideal World. Thanks for that email.
Oh, my goodness. Look at that. That is fantastic, Chris. Thank you very much. So hopefully you're thinking about your spring basket.
Yeah.
So you might want to get a hold of our bumper collection.
Let's go back to this bumper collection. Let's go back to that right now. Great deal.
Well, as Chris quite rightly was showing us there, when you want to fill up those baskets and your pots and make your spring garden, it doesn't take long to need more than 10, 20, 30, 40 plants. Really, if you think a hanging basket, you have 12 around the outside and probably 4 in the top, that is 16 plants. So it doesn't take long. We've got primroses in this collection. We've got pansies, you've got bellis, you've got forget-me-nots, you've got lovely polyanthus, all the lovely varieties that are going to add colour and excitement to your spring garden. So it's a lovely mix. They are nursery fresh plants and the ground is warm and it's perfect time to plant these in and to get them established and growing in your garden. Phenomenal value.
Now,
I mean, I'm speechless. There you go.
I've got another email coming now, so I was just reading that whilst you're telling us what we're looking at on the screen. This is coming from Ian, who's in Nettlesworth. By the way, every time you email in, we'll put you into our prize draw. You could be winning £20 worth of goodies. we'll pick a winner at the end of the show. So do keep the emails coming in. If you say, well, I don't know how to do emails, studio@idealworld.tv, studio@idealworld.tv. So Ian asks, can you tell me the best time to prune a dwarf Budleia?
Oh,
Budleia, isn't it?
Again, it would probably be early spring. I would do it, or you could. I mean, it depends. If it's a dwarf one, it shouldn't really need too much pruning. So yes, probably early spring to shape it and get it ready.
And how low to the ground should he take it?
Don't take it too low. I wouldn't take it too low. I shouldn't think it would need it unless you have any leggy stems that have got a bit leggy, and then cut them right back. But in spring, just leave it.
I love the Budleia. I've got one at the front.
With the flowers on as long as possible with the Budleia, because it still keeps the ecosystem going, and then it protects the ends of the plants during spring. And then I just chop them off then.
There you go.
Because in spring it then will start to all the new growth.
I wonder what colour you got. I got a pink one in the front garden, I've got a white one in the back garden, and the purple is the classic, isn't it, really?
It is.
This is from Jean. Hi, Jean. Jean says, good morning, Andrew and Paul. Loving the show. It makes my Sunday. I have a question on the Incredibloom tub.
Yes.
When will you bring this again, as it is fabulous?
It is. Incredibloom is a great fertiliser. Do you know what? I will speak to James, our buyer, and find out, because I had amazing results with Incredibloom myself. So yes, I shall talk to James and find out what's happening behind the scenes with that. But
Jean
that's
goes on to say, I have ordered several items, including the Forsythia, as this brings the garden alive in spring.
Yay!
Also, I have another tip. If you do not like using chemicals in your garden, use soft soap. It is friendly to bees and your pets.
Yeah, actually, that's true. Well done. And there are many different varieties of people think about what you do with it. But I know people that grate soap and use it around their garden. So using a grater, but don't use it for your cheese on your macaroni.
Let's go back over to the blackcurrants, because this may not last. If you're thinking, I want it. Bear in mind, the price that you're seeing on the screen is for both of them, not for one.
They're absolutely fantastic quality plants. I think that's the first thing you notice, Paul, about these.
Yeah.
They're in 3-litre pots, but they are already established shrubs. That means that they're all going to be ready to fruit for you in the garden from next year onwards. Easy to grow, one of the healthiest fruits you can grow, full of vitamin C. And whether or not you just stew them with a little bit of sugar and some water and put them over your ice cream in the summer, you can freeze them. They freeze so easily as well. Very, very well behaved as a plant. I know it sounds a very strange thing to say, but unlike a blackberry,
that rambles everywhere.
That has brambles, and unless you buy a thornless variety, can be quite leggy. This is really well behaved as a plant. So when you know something's so good for you, I think everybody can grow these, because you can grow these in a pot. You don't have to have these growing in the ground. Quite successfully grow these in pots on your patio, but you're growing one of nature's superfruits. And in terms of value, I think it's buy one, get one free, and there's no post and packing, so value is fantastic, Paul.
Yeah, we're not calling it buy one get one free.
No,
we often use that terminology.
In my head.
But you're getting the pair of them for $14.99. So you could say $7.50 each. Look at it how you like. Ultimately, you're getting both for $14.99, £5 saving, and no P&P, it's free P&P. Now, a lot of you are going for multiple items, which is understandable. Let me just remind you of my little tip about getting an item on FlexiPay. The Exos is a perfect example of that. The 90-footer is the only one remaining, so the 30, the 60 and the 120 have all sold out. But the 90-footer, and this is my favourite combination, it is the Exos on its own. It's the Exos on its own. So $45.49, you get the Exos, universal attachment at both ends. If you're saying, I've already got a nozzle, great, you don't need it. If you've already got something for your lawn, great, you don't need it. If you do want accessories for it, then go to the website and you'll find all the accessories. But this is still available in 90 foot. It's an amazing, in fact, some of you might be looking at, why is it called an Exos? Best way to show you is to play a video clip. But ultimately, it's going to get you the opportunity to pay half today, half in a month's time, and that will include everything that you put in the basket with it. Watch this.
Tired of using your kinked, twisted and tangled hose? Fed up with tugging and struggling when winding your garden hose back onto the wheel? Stop! It's time to replace your dated hose with the new Exos XL. The Exos XL is a super lightweight, ultra-durable expanding hose that's taking the world by storm. Simply turn on the water and the Exos XL automatically expands up to 3 times its original length. Turn off the water, and as it drains, it contracts back into its original size, tidying itself away. It's so small that you can comfortably store it in any location, including the X-Hose hook. The incredible X-Hose XL is available at Ideal World in 4 exclusive lengths: 30 foot, 60 foot, 90 foot, and 120 foot. The secret of the X-Hose XL is its patented technology. The latex inner hose and folded outer hose ultra-strong webbing allows it to automatically expand up to 3 times its length. A new feature of the XL is the 3-bar pressure rating, which is equivalent to 100 litres of water per minute. You'll be truly amazed at how much easier the X-Hose XL makes your work around the house, drive and garden. The X-Hose XL is flexible, tough and the ultimate garden tool.
335801 is your item number. Again, the reason I wanted to bring that in is because it will get you FlexiPay. That means everything else that you buy today can be divided over 2 payments. So we'll charge that to your debit or credit card. That's entirely up to you. Half today, half in a month's time. I think you're going to be ecstatic. Again, I bought plants from us and they have come back year after year after year. I'm over the moon with them.
Oh, absolutely, Paul. And talking of hardy plants, we have got a spectacular couple of forsythia plants for you. Now, this isn't one, this is 2 for $17.99, and they are already planted and established in 5-litre pots. So, instant spring colour for your garden.
What sort of height could we expect these to grow to?
Well, forsythias can grow 1.5 to 2 metres tall.
Wow.
But because it's such a lovely, and again, a well-behaved plant, it has lovely foliage, it's very easy to shape and prune as you want it to be. So you really keep it as you'd like it in your garden.
So beautiful,
grow them in pots in the early years. You could keep it as a pot plant, but when you see that burst of spring colour, no spring garden should be without it. And it's so hard,
looking
so
at it
tough.
like that, it's almost like a daffodil tree, isn't it?
It
It's like a
is.
daffodil tree.
It just gets smothered in these yellow flowers, and it's so distinctive, and you almost feel sorry for a garden in spring when it doesn't have a forsythia in it. So this gives you the opportunity to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, don't let anyone feel sorry for your garden. $17.99. You're saving £12 on there, so it's a really good saving. 352840 is your item number. You get the pair of them. Can we go back to the hardy perennials? This is my personal pick. This is what I bought. It's got to be 2 years ago now, and I got to enjoy them last summer, and I got to enjoy them again this summer, and they just come back. That's the beauty of it. You don't really, I shouldn't say you don't have to care for them, because those daisies are growing up and up and up and up and up. And of course, as they stop flowering, I'm going to cut them back down. But they are magnificent.
They are, and it's the time to plant them. And if you think about value, Paul, each one of these plants are in 9-centimetre pots.
Yeah.
Each one of these plants has a fabulous root system and will establish to produce colour in your garden that invites bees and butterflies year after year after year. It's that beautiful country garden effect, whether or not it's lupins, whether or not it's echinacea, the coneflower, rudbeckia, those lovely bright yellow rudbeckias. You've got hardy geraniums in the mix. I just love it. This is what gardening is about. It's made easy. We're adding all that colour to your beds, borders and pots, and you have huge value because you've got 12 plants here. 12 for $19.99. Now, if you think each one of these should be between £3 and £4 per plant, now you see why you've got value and no delivery charge. So I think this is a great pick, Paul. You've got great taste because, again, all over the UK, from Scotland to Cornwall, these successfully will grow in your garden. Some of them are evergreen, will keep their colour through the winter. Others will die back down and come back year after year.
Yeah.
And when plants multiply and establish in your garden, slowly your garden becomes self-maintaining. So also these plants are part of our busy lifestyles. Doing your bit for nature,
that's why I like them so
getting
much.
bees and bugs coming to your garden, but also giving you easy gardening.
I'm going to share part of my success, I believe, and it's only what I believe, is the treff. You know, I put them into treff and it really, really helped those come on. £12.99. Tell us why we should get treff. I know it says Jiffy on there. Think of it as a Jiffy bag. But ultimately, that is treff that's in there. It comes all the way from Holland. And it's professional compost, isn't it?
It's got amazing drainage. Now, this is a great compost for all your young plants. Now, if you were buying the seeds or any of the young plants today, if you use treff, it automatically gives them the right environment to spread their roots, find food, find water. It has a starter fertilizer in there, and you have given it great reviews. We know it works, and it comes from the growers in Holland, so you cannot buy this on the high street. Perfect.
I also
for all
use
your
it
young
for my
plants.
hanging baskets. You know, I've got 5 out the front, I've got a few out the back, and it is fabulous on the hanging baskets. If you've got those, you may be thinking about putting your winter baskets up, things of that nature. You're thinking of changing it all. Really, really good. 271428 is your item number. Here's the details at $8.99.
And who was that? Oh,
who would
goodness
have
me.
guessed it's that low? $8.99.
And no delivery. Who was that lovely man who emailed us in and showed us his picture of his hanging baskets?
That's right.
And again, he was an endorsement of what you at home can achieve with these baskets.
Actually,
Where are the baskets?
I can't guarantee we can do this, but let me just talk to my director a minute. Kieran, if you look in the Wagner folder, photo number 10, you'll see my conservatory, but the last photo is the front of the house, and you might see my hanging basket.
Oh!
So I might get to show you my hanging baskets
How
and the
exciting.
flowers in the front of my home. It's
We
a
all
blue
say,
house. It's
we
a blue
all
house.
say the same. Where does the basket go? You get a ball of colour, but you need plants to grow in them. And there is a really amazing plant that you could plant now and be cropping strawberries from your basket.
Of course,
you can
yeah.
actually
Yeah,
plant.
fruit can go in there, yeah.
And I must actually bring my pictures of the strawberry plants that I planted into one of the hanging baskets.
Oh, they found my picture.
Oh,
Look, you can
at
see the
that.
baskets. That's the borders down on the bottom to the left. Look at
And
those
that's got your
daisies.
perennials.
Look how they've gone.
I love it. And
And there's that
your
buddleia at the front.
There's
See, it's
your
the pink
buddleia.
one. Not a lot of pink on there at that time when I took that
Well, I
photograph.
can see the buddleia flowers.
Oh, it's
Oh,
beautiful.
you're doing your bit for the environment, and your baskets are blooming.
Yay!
Good man, good man.
So that I'm glad we got to show that, because sometimes I think people watch and think, oh, he's just saying that, But I absolutely love gardening.
Green fingers,
Love it.
Paul. I love it. So, are you going to plant strawberries? Especially as you've got a little one, and definitely if you have a
Two little ones, 2 big ones.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm talking about my kids.
I've got 2 big ones, but we won't go there. Right, okay, so these are Cambridge favourite runners. And they are just so easy to grow, Paul. They are...
I mean, I'm going to eat another strawberry.
It is, again, one of the great parts of our British culture is to grow strawberries. And I don't know about you, but I'm finding it more and more that if you buy them in a supermarket, they don't quite taste always as you would want them to taste. And they don't last very long. If you grow them yourself, once you plant these runners, they will last you for 3-4 years. And although they look a bit strange, and I know it looks like somebody's long hairy beard or something, and those are actually the roots. Okay, those are the roots, so they're really strong. So that gives you an idea of the top quality British plant that we have here. Just plant them now, and they will truly establish. Water them well, keep them well watered, and they will be there ready to start cropping early in June. And I can't think of a nicer way to start your summer next year, having already got them with no post and packing. Did you see the quantity you're getting here?
20.
You're getting 20.
Runners,
20 divided by, you know that's great value.
Yeah,
If I planted those into
delivered to your door,
Paul,
because free P&P.
I can plant those.
Have we said that?
As they
Have we
are.
said free P&P? Have we said free P&P
Did
on
you
this
say
show?
that? If I planted those into pots, truthfully, you've got easily £2-3 of value per plant.
Perfect.
So huge value, great plants, and really tasty.
Let's stick with the fruit for a moment. Let's talk about the black currants again, because those are proving... Should we wander around?
Yeah.
They're proving to be really, really popular, and they should do. They are brilliant value for money. You're getting 2 very large plants here. The price on the screen is for both of them. And again, it's something you said earlier about putting them with ice cream. I think it's a great idea.
Oh my goodness, they are just so delicious. We all love blackcurrant drink, and you may have had blackcurrant jam on your toast, on your scones, on your tea cakes. Oh my goodness, tea cakes with blackcurrant jam.
So these, you're saying these aren't as bad as the berries? You
No,
know when
no,
the berries
no.
get all prickly
This
and
is no
brambly?
prickles. This is a very tactile plant. It's a very well-behaved plant, but it wants to produce pounds and pounds of these tasty blackcurrants. You can freeze them very easily. The plants are already established, so you don't have to worry about them. You can plant them into pots, plant them into borders. Absolutely the most delicious plant, just with a little bit of sugar and a little bit of water, and then pour them over ice cream. They're delicious, and they're so good for you. They're packed with vitamin C, so we know it's good for us. But in terms of value, Paul, if I give you that to take home, you'd be very, very happy for $14.99.
Yeah.
But I'm going to give you another one, and then no post and packing. It's
brilliant. Well, actually,
madness.
talking of value for money, can we go back to the first two? Because I think they're amazing. Let's go back to the autumn first, and then we'll do spring as well, because it's such great value for money.
Right,
Well,
okay. Now, this isn't just for autumn. This is autumn right the way through to spring. So you've got all the lovely flowers.
And we
that
can
you're
pot
going
these
to
as
do.
soon as they turn up. We can
You
put them in the
can
ground,
plant them
right?
now. The ground is warm. Water them. Remember, they're going to establish. They've got perfect conditions to get ready for winter flowering and spring flowering. So you have polyanthus, you have primrose,
Wow.
you have bellis. I love bellis.
That's
You've got
gorgeous.
a mixture of colours that forget-me-nots that are all going to add to your spring baskets, your pots, your borders, your hanging baskets, your window boxes. Hold on, we're going to need a lot of plants for that. And what would it cost you to go and buy those plants as they've been potted on? Well, why would you do that when we can deliver these to
72
you
of them.
straight
72.
from the nursery? And when you see, they've already got huge root systems. So hold on, if I put that straight into a pot, now you understand where you get your value, because you're paying for the compost and the pot. And why not just plant them straight into your garden from the nursery?
Yeah.
So you wouldn't normally be able to buy direct from the nursery. So this is a great opportunity from you.
It's a 57% saving. We're talking better than half price. $28.99. You can put them into the ground right now. You're going to enjoy them throughout the rest of the year. 353085, and of course you're taking care of autumn, but these ones can go in now, and these are for
Oh
spring.
my goodness. And if you want great value, and I would suggest if you really know anybody in the family that gardens or loves their spring garden, please get this collection for them, because the value is huge. You're getting 501 spring flowering bulbs, and we all know the value of growing fragrant hyacinths. You've got the lovely deep purple fragrant hyacinths, beautiful bicoloured tulips that are almost like fireballs in your garden. Drumstick alliums. I love them. They're really fun. And the Narcissa tete-a-tete. Now, I bought 25 of those, $4.99. So in terms of value, we know we've got great value.
We showed the receipt earlier. We're not just talking blah, blah, blah. We literally showed the receipt earlier.
One
Lovely.
of the loveliest plants to go. Oxalis.
Yeah.
Now, this is the lucky clover flower, and that's one of my favourites to grow. Muscari. Nothing like muscari. Against the blue with the yellow of the tete-a-tete. So whichever of these that you buy, that you plant, they'll all come clearly labelled, Paul, so you'll know which is which. They come with heights, so you can work out where you plant them.
Yeah.
And just enjoy, for the value, getting carpets of spring colour in your garden.
Well, it's what we dream of, isn't it?
It is, and when you actually, it's not till you think, oh, I should have bought that collection, there was no P&P. Then you pop down to the garden centre and you say, oh, 25 bulbs for $4.99. Oh dear.
Come on,
25 bulbs don't go far.
60% saving there. Better,
Fantastic.
way better than half price. Delivered to your door for $19.99. So even if you only bought one of those, obviously you've got a big garden, go for 2 or 3 or 4 of them, and it's still free P&P. I'm going to go back to these because I am so passionate about them. They've really, you said earlier, you know, the fact that if you're busy, that they will come back and take care of themselves, come back and take it. I think that's probably why I'm madly in love with mine.
You are, and I just can't tell you enough that creating a cottage garden in your garden is what the future is in gardening. We want to bring the bees and butterflies. What better than echinacea, rudbeckia, heucheras, all the lovely flowers that produce hardy geraniums.
Yeah.
That means during winter, they will have established into your garden. Some of them will still flower, and all of them will come back next year and the year after and produce more and more colour and flowers in your garden.
And actually we had a heavy frost last year because I can't remember the name of this one. It's a bright yellow flower. I didn't get it from
probably
here.
rudbeckia.
Was it? And,
Yep.
and I lost some of those. Everything else stayed and came back and came back and came back and came back. And that was a heavy.
Rudbeckia wouldn't have done.
I don't know what it was called. I replaced it in the end. It wasn't part of this bundle. It was not part of this bundle.
Not sure.
I'd had it to kind of balance out. I had lavender one side, so I'd put all these bright yellow flowers that probably grew about that high opposite, and they went. So I ripped them all out. I've replaced those now.
Rip them out, replace them.
Yeah.
$19.99. I'd be ripping. Oh, if you've got summer bedding as well, and over its day. Now take that out and get these planted in their place. And this is what makes Easy Garden, because these will establish, they're long flowering and they come back year after year. But look at these plants. You're getting 12 of these. The value is tremendous, absolutely tremendous.
Well, that was my pick. That was my choice. We should go back to yours. Come on, let's go to Angela's favourite. It wouldn't be fair to squeeze mine in one more time if you can't squeeze yours in.
Sunshine in a pot. Sunshine in a pot. And no spring garden should be, without the beautiful forsythia. We have got those lovely bright yellow sunshine flowers, and the pots are 5-litre pots with the plants ready established. So masses of flowers. Every year this just gets more and more beautiful in your garden. You can grow it into pots, or you can plant it into beds and borders. You can shape it, you can keep it smaller, or you can let it grow to full size. However you grow this, it is hardy, so all over the UK. Great value today because the plant is massive.
It is.
And you're not getting one, you're getting two for $17.99.
Unfortunately, we are running out of time. Again, you can go to the website. So if you've been listening to all the information we've shared and think, I might go to the website and start filling your booster. We did say if you wrote in, we put your email into the Potter chance.
Look at this.
And give you a chance.
It's overgrown. Oh, we've got quite a lot there, Paul. Here you go.
That's the winner. This is going to be the winner. £20. Oh, it's Ian. It's Ian that wrote in. Ian, congratulations. Is Ian the one that sent the photo in and we showed? Ian, well done. You're the one that sent in the photograph.
Ian.
I'll keep that out so we don't get it confused. Now, again, you can go to our website, idealworld.tv, and you can look at all the items. If you go for one item, at least one item on FlexiPay, everything that goes in the basket with it can also go onto FlexiPay. So that means half today, half in a month's time, unless you find something on 3 Flexi payments, or maybe you've been looking for, I don't know, a vacuum or a carpet cleaner. That's on 4 Flexi payments, and you can throw your plants in at the same time and pay for those over 4 payments. Let me say thanks to you, Angela.
Thank you.
Really enjoyed the show.
And thank you at home.